to an arrest of a hit-and-run driver that killed a man in Walnut. And we've got to look at some trouble on the 5 next.
If you're in trouble on the 5, maybe you've been injured in an accident, hiring the right attorney matters.
Absolutely. And Sweet James Accident Attorneys have helped thousands of listeners and settle millions of dollars each month.
Accident victims are not just numbers. The stories are real, like this one. Before her accident, a Sweet James client was living her life, spending time with her family, until one day her life changed forever. She was terribly injured in a collision.
Then the insurance company wouldn't even cover her surgeries and medical bills. Now, her daughter did the exact right thing. Her daughter hired Sweet James, and her team of attorneys fought hard to make sure that she was able to receive all the care she needs.
Good thing the daughter listens to the show.
Probably.
Sweet James was able to settle her case for $5.7 million.
Let's see what you do. If you or someone you love is ever injured in an accident, do not take the gamble. Call Sweet James. Now, every case is different. It can't guarantee the outcome, but it's going to be important you get an experienced law firm on your side.
Call for a free consultation, 800-500-5200. That's 800-500-5200, or go to sweetjames.com.
Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year. It's amazing because Discover is accepted at 99% of places in the U.S. that take credit cards. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2021 Nielsen Report limitations apply.
SoCal weather from KFI. There's a chance of rain tonight and in the late overnight hours, mid-60s to mid-70s in the inland valleys. This report brought to you by Discover. There's some roadwork on the 5 in Sun Valley.
Southbound side of the 5 transition to the 170 south. That's turned off until about 2 this afternoon, so things are pretty slow coming away from about Van Nuys Boulevard. Also roadwork on the 5 northbound side heading into Boyle Heights, north 5 transition to the westbound 10, and that's going to back things up overall coming away from about Washington into the Commerce. Northbound 405 is going to be a slow ride leaving Englewood from Century out to Santa Monica Boulevard, and things are pretty busy on the 605 north coming out of Norwalk from the 105 on over to Beverly. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Jay Owens.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's. Get Wendy's bacon or sausage, egg, and Swiss breakfast croissant for $1.99. This hot buttery croissant is fluffy enough to sleep on. Wakey, wakey, get a better breakfast for just $1.99, only at Wendy's. Limited time only. U.S. price participation may vary. Third-party delivery prices may vary. Not all in the combo.
You go above and beyond to protect your family. At Kfi, so do we. Using advanced methods and solutions, we deep clean and disinfect your surfaces, air ducts, and more. We're here for emergency restoration too. For over 70 years, families and businesses have trusted the pros at Kfi. Yours can too. Call 800-4KOI to save 30% on select services.
The people you trust Koi. San Manuel Casino is changing its name and changing the game. San Manuel Casino is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel, with 2 new casino floors, now with over 6,500 slots, the most in the West. A new high-limit room for 5 elevated gaming experiences, new luxury retail shops, restaurants, and bars, and even more thrills to come. Experience a level of thrill that California has never seen before. San Manuel Casino is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Details at yamava.com. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
Most Californians live within 30 miles from an active fault, and earthquakes can happen anywhere and any time in the Golden State. So, do you know how to protect yourself when an earthquake strikes? Make sure your home, workplace, school, and community are planning to practice how to drop, cover, and hold on during the Great Shakeout. Get prepared and worry less. Join us for the Great Shakeout. This message is brought to you by StrengthenMyHouse.com. Shakeout Day is October 21st.
I will give you $1,300 off LASIK. This is for you, only for KFI listeners, from Dr. Charles Manger at Saddleback Eye Center. I'll give you a certificate, $1,300 off LASIK, and I can only give away 10 of these discount certificates to 10 KFI listeners who call now and schedule a free LASIK exam. The number is coming in moments. You must be sick of hearing your eye doctor, or maybe several eye doctors tell you that LASIK won't work for you. You go see Dr. Manger. Whether you're nearsighted, farsighted, you have astigmatism, or you just wear reading glasses, Dr. Manger can help you. I had 3 eye doctors tell me I couldn't have LASIK. They were all wrong. I'll give you a certificate, $1,300 off LASIK. You must be one of the first 10 KFI listeners to call now and schedule a free exam. You ready? Call 866-559-4444. 866-559-4444. 866-559-4444. 44.
Replacing your windows and doors doesn't have to be stressful. Instead, it can be transformational. Turning your home into a space that inspires you to live healthier, happier, more comfortably. Seamlessly blending indoors and out to help you feel connected to nature. Marvin Windows and Doors can make the difference. They're thoughtfully designed for the way you live, with an inspiring range of options that let you create the look you want and lasting quality you can feel great about. When you work with a local independent Marvin dealer, you'll get straight advice about window and door replacement. Marvin specialists will help you plan your project and select the right products for your needs. They'll give you a detailed proposal so you know exactly what you're getting and make the whole process easier. If you're ready to transform how your home feels with windows and doors you feel great about, schedule your free consultation at replacementmadeeasy.com. That's replacementmadeeasy.com.
Discovered something about my daughter's dog hearing thunder and lightning. Oh, no. Couldn't care less.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, it's a house full of very loud flatulence.
Kendall's used to sudden, loud, finger quote, thunderclaps.
Yeah, explosive noises, like thunder.
Bill Handel, mornings from 6 to 10
Too bad dogs have such a sensitive sense of smell.
on KFI. I'm on fire. I'm a fireball.
Jerry and Shannon, KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Federal authorities say 18 former NBA players have been arrested on charges alleging they defrauded the league's health and welfare benefit plan out of about $4 million. They said the ex-players and at least one of their spouses engaged in a widespread scheme to defraud the plan by submitting false and fraudulent claims for reimbursement of medical and dental expenses that were never incurred. Senate Majority Leader, we mentioned this, Chuck Schumer, says there is an agreement to extend the debt limit, but has not technically been voted on. We'll keep an eye on that. And what? And
it looks like historically black colleges and universities are not happy with Biden's spending plan. They were apparently supposed to get $45 billion in funding, and now it looks like that number has dwindled to $2 billion. So they feel like they have been left out. That they have been cut out of this. Harry Williams is president of the Thurgood Marshall College Fund, represents public historically black colleges and universities. Says that we really need this funding. This wasn't going to be a slush fund. This was necessary. They have increased enrollment numbers, but 81% are low income. So these are colleges that need that funding, need that backing more than ever.
they say a combined $29 billion to reduce tuition and to modernize the institutional research facilities, also included in the bill that these historically black colleges and universities will now have to compete against other minority-serving institutions, including those with Hispanic or Alaska Native students.
Well, and they have been historically underfunded. Black colleges have built up years of deferred maintenance, leaving buildings out of compliance with local codes, unable to accommodate the amount of students that they want to or are eligible. So that's a real problem.
This is an interesting aspect of this. A massive disadvantage for these historically black colleges and universities. Walter Kimbo, president of Dillard University in New Orleans, he says to qualify to be a Hispanic-serving institution, 25% of your student body has to be Hispanic. As soon as you get to the 25% threshold, you qualify for the money. Well, using that metric, the University of Texas at Austin is considered now an Hispanic-serving institution because at least 25% of their population, their student population, is Hispanic. And he says there's no way that Dillard, with an enrollment of 1,200, I mean, that's a medium-sized high school. Mm-hmm. There's no way that Dillard University would be able to compete with University of Texas at Austin. They have 51,000 students at UT. So,
Former Trump White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, another top aide, subpoenaed by the House Select Committee investigating an insurrection, are expected to defy orders for documents and testimony related to what went down on January 6th. This would be the first major investigative hurdle faced by the Select Committee and could result in an extended legal battle.
All four of them specifically, you mentioned Mark Meadows, Deputy Chief of Staff Dan Scavino, Strategist Steve Bannon, Defense Department aide Kash Patel, all expected to resist these orders because I guess the president is preparing to direct them to do so. The committee had issued the subpoenas under the threat of criminal prosecution in the event that the people didn't comply with them, warning that the penalty for defying a congressional subpoena would be far graver under a Biden administration than it was during the Trump presidency. So we'll see. In fact, we'll see wherever this goes. If anyway.
It's not swamp related, but it feels like it. The Urban Meyer story. There's a new development. Okay, so Urban Meyer, of course, head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, came from the world of college football, huge name, and he has gone to Jacksonville and just crapped the bed at each turn. Whether it was bringing on Tim Tebow to compete at tight end, or whether it was hiring staff that has had racist language in their history and they had to step down, or starting 0-4 with that high draft pick in Trevor Lawrence. Well, he was spotted. He didn't take the team plane after the most recent loss back to Jacksonville. He stayed in Ohio, and he was spotted on camera at a bar. He's sitting on a bar stool, kind of perched, and there's a woman with her rear end in his groinal area dancing.
Groinal.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, sorry.
I don't know. I'm just trying to make it palatable.
Let's just say, if my wife saw a video of a woman doing that to me, that there would be a lot of blood.
Yeah, there would be a body for her to conceal.
A severe bloodletting.
I'd help her move that body. Your wife would have that reaction. Urban Meyer's wife has come out with her reaction. She went on social media today to say, "We all make mistakes. We are all sinners." If you think you aren't, Shelley Meyer added, then cast the first stone.
Okay, I get it. I see what she's doing, and I think I understand what she's
going to
doing.
the Bible.
But the Bible would have told Urban Meyer to not be in that situation. So
she said she's quitting Twitter due to all the hate, vitriol, slander, and trash she's received in the wake of Urban dancing with that blonde over the weekend. Shelley wrote to my wonderful followers / friends, for your love, support, friendship, laughs. I will miss you the most. I love you all and wish God's blessings on you.
Well, that's very nice of her to turn the other cheek. See, another biblical reference.
That other woman turned her both of cheeks. Right in that groinal area.
So we talked about this earlier this week also. The reporters in Jacksonville who are covering the Jaguars have said, without naming specific players that I've seen, but they've said that players have zero respect for Urban Meyer.
That's a bigger problem. If you lose the team, you've lost the team.
Right.
He apparently, when he was apologizing to the players, he only addressed them in individual groups, position groups. Like he went into the linebackers room and was like, "Hey, I screwed up, I'm sorry." Then he went into the quarterback's room, "Hey, I'm sorry." Instead of bringing the team together, because I don't think he wanted to take them on all together because, you have that mentality of this guy's a boob, we're not listening to you, and then that spreads and then you've lost the room.
Listen, it's